welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Rye and this is Rye's Reading Corner, and today I'm bringing you my very first book haul of 2021. So one of my 2021 goals was to not be purchasing lots of books, but I am not starting off well. So I have a book haul for you for the beginning of 2021. So this is books that I have acquired since January 1st. So a lot of these books I have already have read, which is, I guess, maybe makes it a little bit better, but let's get started. So one book that I have purchased so far this year is The Ravens by Cass Morgan and Danielle Page. This is a book that is a cross between like a witchcraft and sorority. It's been kind of described as like Scream Queens meets the Coven season of American Horror Story. The cover is just so pretty. I love just the black with the ravens and the pink, and then even the inside cover is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Even though it's just plain black, it has this really pretty like pink foiling on the side. I love it. So it's a YA with some magical realism, and I got the Barnes & Noble copy, so I actually have a signed edition copy of this. So this, I had to pick it up, and I'm glad I did because I really, really love this book, but I'm not going to go into all that until my end of the month recap. So wait for that. All right, the next book I hauled is a book box, and it is from Book of the Month, and I picked The Dating Plan by Sarah Desai, and it is a romance, which I don't know if I've ever actually have bought a romance from Book of the Month, but I don't know too much about it. But I may have to do something with fake dating, and I think that's what caught my eye, and just I love the pretty purple cover. I do enjoy a good fake dating trope, so I am excited to dive into this book sometime soon. All right, the next book that I have hauled so far in 2021 is Lisa Jewell's Invisible Girl. So I am a fan of Lisa Jewell. Her books usually are anywhere from like, I would say like a 3.5 to a 5 star for me. They definitely vary depending on the book, but I'm excited about this one. It's about a girl that goes disappearing, and that's all I really know. And if you are not in my channel, you know that I enjoy going into thrillers without knowing a lot about the actual storyline because I like to be surprised. So I did pick this up. I was supposed to get to it this month, but that clearly has not happened, and I don't think it will. But hopefully next month I can get this on my TBR somewhere. Alright, so the next book is another book from a book box, and this is from Owl Crate. I have a whole video of myself opening this box. I'll put it in the cards above, and it is Lore by Alexander Bracken. So this is the Owl Crate edition. I was kind of disappointed in it, but like I said, go check out that video. This is, I know, like a Greek mythology story that also takes place in like New York City. So I've heard a lot of people say it's like a good story, even if you're not super familiar with like gods and goddesses of Greek mythology, which I'm not really a Greek mythology person, so I definitely wasn't on like anticipated releases for me, but I'm excited to see what people have to say about it and then kind of determine if I'm going to read it or not. But it is a signed copy, and it does have beautiful inside of covers of the book, so I am excited that I did receive this in Owl Crate. Alright, the next book is a release that just came out this past month, and it is Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. This is the prequel to The Hate You Give. This follows her father when he was younger, I think up until like while the wife was pregnant with her. I'm super excited. It's not really long. Again, had full intentions of getting it and reading it right away, but just haven't done that because I kind of got hooked with the series this month and read an entire series. So yeah, I plan on reading this. I am super excited. I don't really know much about it, just that it's like the backstory of her father, but I'm super excited. I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about it, so I'm a little nervous. I'm hoping that's not a sign or anything, but I'm excited to dive into this soon. My next book that I hauled this month so far is another release that came out towards like the middle of January, and that is Across the Green Grass Fields by Shawnee McGuire. This is the 6th book in the Wayward Children series. This book could actually be read as a standalone because the character that is the main focus in this book, Reagan, has not been in any of the other books in the series. So you could read this as a standalone, don't need to read the entire series. It's pretty much about a girl named Reagan who goes into an alternate universe and just magical things happen. And I don't want to say too much more because I have for this book. I don't want to spoil it because it is such a short book. I feel like if I say too much, it would give the entire story away. But Wayward Children's Series, Shelley McGuire, pick this one up. The next book I hauled is Verity by Colleen Hoover. So I read Colleen Hoover like romance stories a while ago, and I've heard really good things with kind of her branching into like the thriller category. So I don't really know too much about this, but I think it's something to do with like writing and manuscripts. And I've heard really good things, and I would like to get to this sooner than later because I would like to maybe venture more into Sue Colleen Hoover material. All right, the next book I hauled was a romance book, and this is The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. This is the Sugar and Spice Book Club for January. Check them out. This is a romance story. I've started it but didn't finish it because I haven't really liked it. But it's about a girl who has been like pretty much like estranged from her father, and she's grown up in Canada with her mother, and then she gets a phone call that her father is sick, and she goes back to Alaska. And like I said, there is a romance aspect to this story, but I'm hoping my goal is to get this to before the live show in February. All right, so my next haul was what my current obsession was this past month, and that is the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I hauled A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and A Court of Frost and Starlight. So I have hauled all three of these hardcover books. I had already had the first cover, or the first book in paperback of the old version of that. I literally cannot find a version of the first book that's not sold out anywhere in this version, so we'll see. But yeah, so if you're not familiar with the Court of Thorns and Roses series, it is a fantasy series following Granley Farah and her dabble into falling into a magical world that she is now a part of. And I'm not going to say much more than that because I could go on about this series, but this is not what this video is for. So yeah, haul these three books. But like I said, I have read all of these this month, so at least I'm hauling books that I have already read. So, and I also have purchased The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, I think it is. I don't have my copy yet. It's still on the way coming here. This was Kirsten's favorite book of 2020. Like, she loved this book, and I have bought it based off her recommendation. And I also have bought the book The Cousins, I think it's called, by Karen McManus, maybe. Don't quote me on her last name. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this book, but I have read all of like her other books, and I would like to have just give myself like a try and get my own opinion and see if I like this book. So we'll wait and see. All right, so yes, if you've read any of these books, let me know how you think of them, what you like about them. If you've hauled any books this month, let me know what one maybe is your favorite book that you've hauled, or if you're sticking to your 2021 goal of not hauling as many books as you really should be, let me know how you're doing on that goal down in the comments below. So if you'd like to take this journey with me, please press that subscribe button. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you never want to miss any of my content, make sure you press that notification button. If you'll be my friend on any other social media platform, all that information is down and linked in the description box below. And yeah, stay kind, loves, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So pretty from the minute that I met you.